I guess we can start now. So, once again, hello everyone. Welcome to another amazing Crypto Astronauts
Mhm.
Binance Live AMA. And today, guys, we will be getting to know more about Bitcoin Vault. And with that, we will be joined by Mr. Eyal. So, Mr. Eyal will be with us all throughout this AMA and will be answering all of our questions that we have for Bitcoin Vault. Once again, guys, sorry to keep you guys waiting, but I hope you guys can still, staying tuned and to learn more, of course, about Bitcoin Vault. So, once again, let us welcome Mr. Eyal. Hello, Mr. Eyal. Welcome to our community.
Hello, dear Caitlin. Hello, Crypto Astronaut community. And hello, Bitcoin Vault community.
All right, so thank you so much, Mr. Eyal, for being here. It's such a great honor. And before we head forward, I actually have some few questions here, just to help us get to know more about Bitcoin Vault. But before we head forward to that, maybe we can get like a quick self introduction about you and your experiences.
So I was invited actually by the community members that really care about this project. It was not organized by the foundation of Bitcoin Vault or the team behind. So I was very flattered and thank you for that. Bitcoin Vault is similar to Bitcoin. Everyone can take the source code of Bitcoin from the internet and can modify it. And Bitcoin Vault is a Bitcoin with proof of work. You can take normal mining machines and mine Bitcoin Vault. And what we modified is a security measure, which means you can choose to configure your wallet to allow return of the transaction or cancel of the transaction within 24 hours on a blockchain similar to Bitcoin. And this idea came to me several years ago when actually I lost Bitcoins. So I thought how to create a solution for that. To be honest, even that the solution is few years on the market, we didn't see use cases yet in a large scale use, and because it's not a fast transaction, it's a slow transaction. It means that you can see on your wallet that coins are actually being transferred, but they will be confirmed and you can use them only after 24 hours. It's good if for exchange or some custodian institutions that they manage wallets of the company, and if someone is hacking their wallet, they can see it and they have 24 hours to cancel the hack. But in practical, we couldn't convince exchanges to use it. It requires some a little work, technical work, but exchanges are focused on their own, I would say, exchange and not on the blockchains of their customers. So we couldn't persuade any exchange for now to use this special feature. And this is why I came up with Bitcoin Vault version 2. And it's still under development. And it's a solution for everyone to do fast transaction, but secured and insured. Imagine you lose Bitcoin and you have insurance. This is unbelievable. And after so many years in crypto, for me, 7 years in crypto, and I encountered as owner of crypto company, I encountered so many situations that you pay $1,000 in USDT or Bitcoin to do marketing campaign for your company. And the guy, you pay it on Telegram, and the guy disappears with this $1,000. So you could say that it's some kind of a off-chain, it's outside of the chain deal, because you send them crypto, but they didn't give you the product or service. What is the solution? I mean, you can go to the police, complain if it's $1,000 or $100 or $1 million or more. But in practical, to get your coins back, it's a long process. Most cases, it takes time and money, and I didn't see a lot of success. I even heard about situation where someone stole coins, like Bitcoin, and he prefers to stay in jail for 10, 15 years. And he said, when I go out of the jail, out of the prison, I will be rich. So I'm not going to give the password to the police, right? So we see this kind of situation, and I said, okay, so it happens to so many people that they lose the password or their hardware cold wallet thing, they didn't back up the seeds, or someone cheated them, or they did some failed deal, and it happens to many people, to admit, right? You heard about this. And what to do? You lose your coins. And I always wanted to do something practical that we can actually feel more safe and secure. And this is all about Bitcoin Vault version 2.
Yeah, thank you so much for that great introduction, Mr. AL, and with illustrations as well that can help us really understand how Bitcoin Vault works. So you've mentioned about how you come up with the Bitcoin Vault 2.0, the version 2.0, right? So I have a question here that is asking about it. So how far have you completed it? And is it like already in the testing phase, or has it already been successful? And another question here is if Bitcoin version 2.0 will still require mining, right? And when Bitcoin version 2.0 is put into operation, what will happen to current Bitcoin vault holders? And what is the expected conversion rate?
So Bitcoin Vault is already operational as version 1. You have wallets on a desktop, mobile, iOS, Android. It is listed on several exchanges, not the top. To be honest, we experienced, I would say, some attack a few years ago on the exchange, and then the mining machines were stolen. You can see here some mining far behind me, but they were stolen, and it was really bad times for all my community and people here. They know that. But what is interesting is that they are here now, here with us. They still trust, they still support, and it gave me motivation and power to solve this problem for so many people. And thank you, guys, really thank you. And I will not give up, and I will not fail, thanks to you. And we see we still have market. Even in the past, you can, it's very transparent. You can see that Bitcoin Vault in the past used to have even $80 million a day, 80 million US dollar a day volumes in the good days, up to even $100 million for some days in the past. And then we got lost of the mining machines. They were stolen in China, and responsible were arrested. It's a public story. It's a sad story, and I'm planning even to do some Netflix, even videos for that. I hired a photographer to come with me and tell all the story. But the good thing is that we survived that. The mining machines are safe, and there's a lot of coins that were extracted by the police, and we will invest in the project back. So there's a bright future in front of this project. And uh, version 2 is some kind of a software upgrade. So if you have Bitcoin Vault now, you're not going to lose them. You can use them after the software upgrade. So I would say, look, I never give financial advice. I have a lot of responsibility of the issuer of the coin, of the developer of the coin, of the blockchain. And my legal always say, you're out of this. You are a developer. You are an engineer. I like electronics and robotics, and I don't give financial advice. But honest speaking, and I hope things will be successful as we plan right now. I'm sitting here in my office, and I just have a call with one of our trusted, uh, I would say, institutional investors, and he's going to put here not millions of dollars, much more on us. Okay, and we're gonna invest a lot in the technology, in the listings, on bigger exchanges, marketing campaigns, everything at the same time. It's, as I mentioned this, it's beautiful. It's going to be beautiful.
Very
So what's going on
fantastic.
with version 2? So we are
Yeah.
working on the white papers. Just to give you like a small glance, how do we do it? How can we secure the community? So what happens actually is that we have some kind of insurance wallet controlled by governance power. that 51% of the community which will vote can decide where this insurance wallet will pay. And if you will convince on our system that you are a victim, and the person that ran away with your coins will not convince he's a victim, um, you will get refunded your lost coins. This is beautiful use of blockchain, smart contracts, and governance power for the first time. So instead of waiting for police, lawyers, house of court, in matter of days or weeks or several months, you can refund millions of dollars. It's unbelievable solution. I really love it, and I'm committed to make it work and also to sell it. I'm gonna go to companies, to payment gateways, exchanges, different partnerships, and tell them, guys, this is better than anything else you saw out there. There's a really useful case to protect also the community from anything happens. You lost the password, you lost the wallet, you got cheated, you got stolen your coins. We have the solution here. Maybe it sounds now too much good to be truth. Some people will be skeptical. I welcome you to attack me with tackle me with questions. We have the really nice solutions. I'm in love with this solution.
Thank you so much, Mr. AL. I mean, despite the problem that you guys encountered, you're still here and now going stronger and coming up stronger with the version 2. So that's amazing. Plus, I am really commending the idea of the insurance wallet because, lost coins in this space are just something that you just won't get. There's no hope to getting it back. So I'm glad that you guys made a solution for it to protect the community. That's very
I
amazing.
will tell you more than that. Imagine you don't want to do a deal with Bitcoin Vault. You have Bitcoin, you have USDT, you have other coins, but you would be able to swap these coins to Bitcoin Vault to do the deal, insured deal. You insure, you are in a safe deal. And once you finish the deal, you can swap it again to Bitcoin or USDT or whatever you use. So actually, the use case is much, much wider than our coin. We can insure any deals with popular coins.
Yes, that's fantastic to know. Thank you so much for sharing that, Mr. AL. And I have a question here. So, you mentioned that you guys are going to invest a lot, of course, for this version 2 to be a success. But my question here is to ensure the success of the Bitcoin Vault version 2. Of course, you guys are going to be needing marketing campaigns for it. So, what are the plans or strategies that the team has?
So, to do something really good and successful, it's not about $50,000 or even $500,000. You need to put here a lot, much more money to list at the same time on bigger exchanges. The good exchanges, they ask hundreds of thousands of dollars. In Binance themselves, they don't normally don't ask money. They just want to have good volumes and popularity. So this is the help of the community. If we will succeed to list on other top exchanges and at the same time to do good marketing campaigns with good magazines, with good websites like Cointelegraph and others at the same time, and you guys will come and enjoy. Some companies will use this technology. It will give higher chance that Binance will come and say it's popular. It's popular. Let's cooperate. And now we are partners of Binance on mining pool. They are some kind of infrastructure partner, I would say, that they allow to mine Bitcoin Vault with Binance Pool. I work closely almost every day with the representatives of Binance, but Bitcoin Vault is not listed on Binance. Okay, it's two different things. And I asked them how to list Bitcoin Vault on Binance. And to be honest, Binance is going through a compliance process these days. You can read on the news. It's everything they do is under microscope of lawyers and compliance team, and good projects with good popular and enough trading volumes, they still list. So we want to go there, okay? And it's a process, It's possible. Everything is possible with crypto. Today you are poor, tomorrow you are rich. Next day you are rich, then you are poor. But it all depends on you. Everything can happen, guys.
Yes, that is amazing. Thank you so much, Mr. AL, for that. And actually, I have a question, another question here. So, the version 1 is already good, but we believe that the version 2 will be much better. So, you mentioned that you guys are, still not listed on Binance, but I think some of your community members are, really hoping to be able to trade the Bitcoin Vault on Binance. So, regarding this, you know, it is important to list the Bitcoin Vault on reputable exchanges with large trading volumes. So, this can actually help on solving the problem of, in regards with trading volume. So, can you tell us which exchanges are you working with to be able to, list Bitcoin Vault there aside from Binance, since, you've mentioned that everything is, like a huge process. So, aside from Binance,
Right now, you can see on a coin market cap, and the exchanges are medium size, small, medium size, like a P2B and a Probit Global, and some other small, because we were out to say on survival mode for a few years. But this year we hope to see development. I'm in contact with MXC, okay, MXC, and we have money to list on MXC according to the offer that they give. So I hope it will continue. And also we have a little bit more money to other exchanges, same level. So yeah, it can be in the next few months.
yes, we will surely look forward to that, and I think that's a very great news for your community. That's very nice to know, Mr. Ale. Thank you so much. And I have like a question here regarding the Bitcoin Vault's price. So it's a really long question, so let me read it. So according to principle, Bitcoin Vault's price will also be partly determined by its hash rate, right? So if we want to see Bitcoin Vault to perform well and increase in price value, we need to solve the problem of improving its hash rate. So in addition to Binance Pool, which mining at almost 100% of the entire network capacity, which mining pool partners are you working with to mine Bitcoin Vault, and is the situation positive?
So I tell you what is my opinion, and according to my knowledge, what is the relationship between hash power and price. I think that the hash power is some kind of investment opportunity for normal people. Why to do mining? They want to create coins and eventually to sell them someday. So if you give a good, I would say, investment opportunity, even though that we don't sell investments, but in general speaking, mining in the industry. Um, so more it will be popular, more people will talk about you, and then you have the chance to bring more volumes and demand to your coins because it's a good product. It's you can make money. It's all about making money here in the crypto industry. Unfortunately, blockchain is still all about money. Even that we try to do blockchain also for good things, for justice, for humanity. And I think in the future we will see more projects like that. Right now we mine merged mining with Binance. It means that everyone that mine Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin SV, they can also configure their servers, their software to mine at the same time Bitcoin Vault without cost. It's for me it's like a magic. You mine Bitcoin and Bitcoin Vault with the same energy, and this is the merge mining technology. You can get your Bitcoin as regular way of mining, plus you mine Bitcoin. So if you will develop the project, and we will, you will also maybe make more money than what you did with the Bitcoin. Okay, this is the incentive behind it. My team is in contact with the Huobi pool, Huobi pool, via BTC pool, BTC.com pool, but actually any mining farm can mine Bitcoin and Bitcoin Vault if they know how to configure. And it's not so complicated. You need just a guy that know a little bit software and nodes, blockchain nodes and mining nodes. You have so many people these days. After so many years, there's so much knowledge out there. It's all about marketing, I think, to talk about this, to explain that you can mine Bitcoin plus Bitcoin Vault for free. And I think now it's still a good time because we are before the development. I really appreciate coming here today. I was invited by the community, but we are before the development. And so I think, yeah, it's a good time. I don't want to come in people to say join after the development. Come join before the development. So it's really good time to have this AMA.
Thank you so much for that, Mr. Eyal. And I think my next question here is referring to the lawsuit that you guys are, facing. So how far is the lawsuit going? And the question is, will we win the case and recover the money? What happens if the outcome of the lawsuit is not as expected as what we expect it to be? Do you have any backup plans for this?
So, in very short, because this case is over 3 years already, it's criminal proceedings. It's about arresting people for many years. So it takes time to check exactly the details. And we already won the first instance. We got a positive court decision. If anyone is interested to see it, we don't share it in public, but I can share face to face or in private if you guys will not share it. You can see that I'm the main victim and all the assets belong to me. And I won the case, the first instance. Now it was an appealing. Appealing, it means the other side can resist, and they couldn't bring any new proofs or evidences. So we are waiting now for the second and final court ruling. And our lawyers, Denton's International, they are very famous around the world. Almost every country, they have some representative of Denton's International. I talked to them a few days ago during the holiday, and they are positive and confident that we will win the final decision. And still this year, maybe in few steps, and we should get a lot of assets worth hundreds of millions of dollars. Really, it can be a big project again, like it used to be. The valuation of Bitcoin Vault in the best days, I remember more than 3.5 billion US dollar with a B. Was about Bitcoin Vault. Once we got attacked, slowly the trust was going down and down and down. People stopped trusting me. I got some hate messages in private, but I think most of the people that attacked me in private, I opened myself into them. I sent them proofs, and today we are friends. Imagine there were people that threatened to kill me, and after open discussions, we are friends today. People from different countries, and it's all because we are on the good side. We are honest people. We are decent. We only always wanted to really succeed, and now we are stronger. We learned. The people that stayed with us are really, really loyal. There is a market, maybe small. I saw in the last week maybe $200,000 a day trading volumes. It's not big, so now it's even less, but it means it's there only from our community, and can go to me, and it can go to millions of dollars a day of volumes just before even the development. But so I'm positive that we will win. We will have enough money to entertain you guys, okay, to satisfy you. The most important for me, my community. I love you. Thank you. And from there, if it will not succeed, it's not in my hands. We have backup plans. As I said, we're in contact with institutions to invest a lot of money in the project. I don't want to say in public, it's not popular to say in public exactly how much. It's a private company, but it's enough money to recover and to really, really be in the next step of my life, of your life, and we will laugh about what happened someday. I know that some people really got suffered. Unfortunately, even I will say it here now, even some people committed suicide. Imagine that. But I never heard about them. I just heard about the cases. If I would know about this, I would never let something like that happen. And people know me. If they have distress, people contact me in private. My door is open. I always help, always help. And people that didn't contact me, they suffered, and they invested a lot of money in Bitcoin Vault in the past, and they lost. They put their pensions money. They took loans from the banks. I didn't even know about this kind of things. I heard about it later. Guys, you should never do this. Only buy crypto products that you can afford to lose. Always. It's volatile. It's risky, especially new projects. With the hand on my heart, don't do that. Not for my project, not to any other project. It will not be a smart move. And I'm very sad for that. I have a mission to contact the families of several people that committed suicide, and I want to help them to, how to say, to stand up on their legs as much as we can. We are human. We are good people. We got attacked. We are victims. We got robbed. But life is moving forward, and the life needs to continue, unfortunately, and this is also the good things. And we are here to grow something pure and honest and good for the current community, for your guys, Crypto Astronaut, and more AMAs that contact me all the time now. Thanks to you also. You guys are popular, you are real, and I'm very satisfied and happy with you. And as long as we do good things, smart things with you guys, there is no reason that we will not be a top project in the industry.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much for sharing, Mr. Ayal. I know what happened is something really unfortunate, but I'm glad that you guys are, gradually recovering from this. And I really hope that you guys, can win. I hope that you guys can have the results as you guys expected it. And, for the better justice. Thank you so much, Mr. Ayal. All right, so I have some questions here that I think are sent by the community. So let us maybe take a look on some. Okay, so I have a question here that is asking, how do you merge mine Bitcoin Vault? What incentives or bonus are there to attract new miners? And can guides be made on how to merge mine?
So as I said, it's open source code. It's not so complicated. If you really need help, you are interested in that, contact me on our community. I will guide you. The incentive is that you can mine Bitcoin and get Bitcoin Vault for free, you could say. Okay, I think it's very nice.
Yes, that's very great to know. And thank you so much for that. And I'm glad that you guys are, open to teach someone who is interested. Thank you so much, Mr. Ayal. Let's see some questions here. All right, so I see one. What is the total number of Bitcoin vaults stored in gold wallets? The total number of Bitcoin vaults available on centralized exchanges, on hash wars, and on mining platforms.
Rough looking before this AMA, we saw around, I would say, 5 million coins stored in gold wallet. 5 million coins. It's not a lot if you compare to tokens, which can allow the price also to go up because there's only like limited amount of coins out there. On exchanges, we saw around 1 million coins. It's also not a lot. You think about this. And on mining platforms, about I think 10,000 coins right now on the wallets there. It's not a lot, which is good. It's like the beginning of a project.
Thank you so much, Mr. Eyal, for answering that. And another question, another interesting question here. Maybe if this is something about, I don't know, maybe a partnership. So, his question is, as Skyforce is also a part of the Bitcoin Vault ecosystem, will it display the number of Bitcoin vaults it generated? And how will Skyforce benefit Bitcoin Vault?
Skyforce is the world's lowest cost wind turbine to generate low cost energy from the wind. In my previous presentation, I explained that we can actually earn fiat money and convert it using OTC to Bitcoin. So it's like getting Bitcoin from the air, you could say, in indirectly way, getting Bitcoin from the air. But once the project will earn money, we aim to share it with the community, especially the victims of the greatest robbery of all times in, I would say, in the blockchain industry. And so it's indirectly help our previous community, but it will help also for new participants because the project will have more money to grow.
Thank you very much, Mr. AL, for explaining that briefly to us. And another thing is hash wars. So the question here says that it is also part of the Bitcoin Vault ecosystem. Will it display the sales or volume it generated, and how can it also benefit Bitcoin Vault?
Right. The first time I introduced about hash wars, I said that some part of the profits or the income will actually going to be go back to the community. We released something very innovative, and as a beta version, I will explain. It's some kind of a skill competition, which you play a game, and in few seconds you can win or lose. So imagine me and you put $1 each, one USDT, and after 10 seconds, 30 seconds, one of us taking the two USDT, not based off on casino or luck, based on how fast we are moving the fingers on some very simple game with very little strategy. Everyone can play. My mother, she's almost 70 years old. She played this. Imagine that. So, but it's so innovative, and people are not willing so fast to put money. So we decided to modify it, and we will release it in a few weeks again in a more convenient way, which is we can play for free first, experience for free. Once we feel confident, we can decide to put few dollars. So this is the next evolution. I really believe in this kind of thing. It can give even jobs to so many people around the world that don't have job opportunities, but they have few dollars, $10, $50, $100 to actually use their skills to make thousands of dollars. And also Bitcoin Vault, you can also use it with Bitcoin Vault or USDT. I really believe in this. The next game is going to be some kind of a car racing, that me and you racing car, and after a few rounds, one of us will win and take USDT or Bitcoin Vault. I really believe in this, but we still need to finish the second version of this beta, and then let people experience this for free, for free. And I hope they will get more confidence once we see people like it. Now playing maybe 100 people, 100 people playing with this beta version. It's not a lot, but once we release the more free version, we will do again big marketing, and I expect the sales can be very big because it's very beautiful product, very innovative, and gives opportunity to make a lot of money. So I see also bright future for hash wars and all the project around it. And again, as more as we will grow with all our projects and we have more money, all the projects will earn from this. So right now the sales are pretty small, and not even mentioned, not need even to mention this. It's I will be ashamed to say how small it is right now, to be honest. But I don't know, thousands of dollars, tens of thousands of dollars. This is not what the community expected. We are expecting here millions of dollars and even billions of dollars per year. Okay, so bear with me, stay with me. We see problems, we're gonna fix, and we're gonna come back in very nice product.
Thank you so much, Mr. Eyal, for that answer. And another thing is this question is about W Bitcoin Vault, so a wrap Bitcoin Vault. So how will WBTCV help Bitcoin Vault's transaction arrival time to stay at least under an hour? Or better yet, how will W Bitcoin Vault strengthen Bitcoin Vault's blockchain network?
So the idea to do to wrap a coin and allow it to participate in like in tokens environment, decentralized finance. It was more popular in the last bull market. This is when we developed it. It was working for some time. Then some servers went out of synchronizations, and we didn't even know. And my guys, under our global crisis of the robbery, we didn't even pay attention for that. But now there is incentive to fix everything. Everything we're gonna fix. This is one of them. And still in April, we're gonna launch the fix for up to BTCV, which will allow you to swap on one of our platforms a Bitcoin Vault coin to wrapped Bitcoin Vault. It's like a token, and then you can swap it to any other tokens in that on the platforms of Binance. By the way, this is Binance chain. And what is the main incentive for me? Because there are so many coins that do DeFi, and they are much bigger than us. So what is the incentive right now? For our community, for example, we can do competition which is transparent, which we can see the trading, and we can reward according to the trading volumes of each of you guys that is participating. It's beautiful. We cannot easily do it on the centralized exchanges because we need that the exchange will actually collect this data. But on a decentralized exchange, we can collect this data, and we plan to put big budget here on you guys. So for me, it's the first exciting thing is to use Wrapped BTCV to make trading competitions and to reward the top 10 or 20, I would say, traders, okay? And we also, I think we released some educational videos. You can find them on YouTube. How to trade for people that came to mine. They came to mine Bitcoin Vault, but they don't know how to trade. So we hired the guy, nice guy, and we paid him a few thousand US dollar, and he taught some of our guys, not too many, but now it's available for everyone. So if you don't know how to trade, we give it for free. You can learn how to trade for free like the big guys.
Very great to know. That is nice, Mr. Ayel, to be honest. Thank you so much for that answer. So I think hold on. I still have some of the questions here, but some of these questions are something that we already discussed earlier. So a question here is asking, do exchanges have one Bitcoin Vault address and give the users exchange created addresses? How does it work? I'm not sure if you get the question, but that's the question here.
I would say that every exchange manages their wallets the way that they want, and it's a good question for the exchanges. But most of the exchange, I would say, they manage one wallet, and they manage one address or several addresses per user. So once they gave you an address, and maybe they will change it in the future, normally speaking, they can still have access to the coins of the previous addresses. So don't be worried or panicked if they gave you a new address, but you send coins to the old address. You just need to communicate with the exchanges.
Thank you so much for clarifying that to the community member asking. So, one last question that I am seeing here is his question actually is somehow I wanted to know if it is possible to use the three key features of Bitcoin Vault on an exchanges even if they keep the keys like being able to cancel or fast forward transactions.
So there is no any exchange right now that is using this three keys feature. I think that P2B they said that they can do it, and but I say it's not their priority right now. Also, they don't see the importance use of sending slow transactions of 24 hours until it is confirmed, and so it's okay for me. I will not push too much right now. I understand this. I think Bitcoin Vault version 2 will be more useful, and they will not need to change their servers. Maybe only one time because of the software upgrade. But after that, it's going to be regular, like Bitcoin. And the solution of the insurance will come from the community, from the governance power. So, guys, be patient, okay? I'm bringing you more useful, much more useful solution here.
Thank you very much for answering our final question for this AMA, Mr. Ale. And we've run through a lot of questions, to be honest. So I hope somehow, I think some of these questions are from your community. So I hope their questions get answered. And thank you so much, Mr. Ale, for also, clarifying some things about the version 2 that is, most awaited and something greater going on. So thank you so much for giving us some insights about that as well. So, for a final word, Mr. AL, so maybe you can tell us, anything you would want to leave our community with, or any closing remark will do, any announcements, anything.
So, as I said, I was invited by the community members here. I thought it's too early because we didn't yet receive the big funds we are waiting for, which I want to do a really big announcement when I have the money in my hand. But once I have the money in my hand, maybe it will be a little late for many people to purchase coins because that's it. We're going to be in the game. We're going to start being the real game. So maybe it is a good time now to do this AMA before we actually uh, getting the solution in hands and start to run faster. So enjoy these good times with Bitcoin Vault. It's a lifetime opportunity. Again, it was lifetime opportunity 4 years ago. Many people made money. Many people lost money. But also remember, um, if there is a real heart and there is a good use of coin or token, and people really want to invest as the developers. So this is where I think money should go. When you see there are serious business people that want to work hard and build something good for the community, this is where I would put my money. And actually, in a few days, we're going to have an event in Dubai with our mining community. And you will see that there's a lot of people that trust me with their money for so many years. And we will do some videos and pictures. You could see it on our social medias. And so overall, um, I don't give financial advices, but I can promise you it's real. It's real project, guys. So thank you very much to Crypto Astronaut, to Caitlin, to my Bitcoin Vault community. And let's be positive. Let's work together. Let's help the project. We can do it. We can do it. Thank you, guys.
Thank you very much, Mr. AL, and thank you so much to your community as well for inviting you to give us some insights about the version 2.0. Thank you so much, Mr. AL. It was nice speaking with you. Thank you so much, and I'm sending my regards, of course, on the lawsuit. I hope everything goes well, and thank you very much, Mr. AL. And I hope I can speak to you again soon.
Yes, and I hope after we release more good news and more things, we can do again AMA. Everything I said, I hope will happen, and that's the way. That's the way. Move forward. Thank you, guys.
Thank
Goodbye.
you. Have a great day, Mr. AL. Goodbye.
Everything I said, I hope will happen, and that's the way. That's the way. Move forward. Thank you, guys.
Thank
Goodbye.
you. Have a great day.